Welcome to Honor of Kings. Here we will talk about some key information of the Gorge. In this video, we'll talk about Heroes Gorge, where 10 players are divided into 2 teams of 5 and battle in Heroes Gorge. Players must destroy the enemy team's crystal to win the match. About the map. At the beginning of the match, players are divided into 2 teams, red and blue, and are summoned to their respective bases. The base is where heroes spawn and respawn. Within the base, heroes can recover quickly. Right outside the base is the crystal, which is protected by walls and towers. Destroy the enemy team's crystal to win the match. A river runs through the map, dividing the gorge and connecting to the 3 lanes. The jungle is near the river and the lanes, and neutral creatures spawn and respawn here. Brushes are scattered around the jungle and the river, providing cover to heroes. The lights, shadows, brushes, and the environment will change as the match progresses. Lanes. The lanes are called Mid, Farm, and Clash. Their locations differ depending on the side that the players are on. The player base is always shown in the bottom left corner to ensure fairness. Different lanes have different characteristics. The farm lane has monsters for marksman heroes that need to level up. The Clash lane has powerful minions with high physical and magical attack, but also has a portal that makes it more convenient for moving across the battlefield. The mid lane is the shortest, but the minions have very high armor. Towers and crystals. The goal of the game is to destroy the opponent's towers and crystals. Once a high ground tower is destroyed, players' minions in that lane become super minions. The towers will attack non-heroes first, 1 target at a time. But if a hero attacks an enemy hero within the tower's attack range, then the tower will attack the hero immediately. The towers also have a defense mechanism where if there are no minions attacking it, then the damage dealt by heroes to the tower are reduced significantly. The crystal has the same attack and defense mechanisms. Neutral creatures. Kill the neutral creatures in the jungle to get rewards. The Crimson and the Azure Golems provide special buffs. The Overlord and the Tyrant are powerful neutral creatures that give tower and attack buffs when killed. As the match progresses, the monsters become more powerful and the rewards become better. At the 20-minute mark, the Tempest Dragon, the most powerful neutral creature, appears. Defeat it to get buffs over towers and the Storm Awakening buff. That's it about the battlefield. Welcome to Heroes Gorge. Learn about class. Honor of Kings is a 5 versus 5 MOBA, and player cooperation is key to victory. The foundation to good teamwork is using complementary classes and using laning strategies based on hero characteristics. There are 6 classes in Honor of Kings: Tank, Fighter, Assassin, Mage, Marksman, and Support. Tanks. They are reliable shields that can take a lot of damage for the team. Fighters, good at both offense and defense. They are good for initiating, attacking the back line, poking, taking damage, and controlling the tide of the battle. Marksmen, they are ranged heroes that deal high damage from afar and are the core damage dealers of the team. Assassins, these agile heroes are good at cutting into the enemy back line. Mages, they deal high burst magical damage and have powerful control skills. Supports. These heroes enhance the team's damage, control, survivability, and movement speed with their skills and equipment. Some heroes may appear under more than 1 class because they have subclasses such as Support, Tank, Fighter, Tank. Check the hero's main class on their profile. Team fight roles. In a team fight, fighters, tanks, and support tanks often initiate the fight, standing in front and soaking up damage. Assassins and fighters will cut into the enemy back line through the side. Assassins will try to kill the enemy's damage dealer, while fighters disrupt the enemy formation with their survivability. Mages and marksmen will stay in the back and deal damage to the enemy front line with ranged attacks. Functional support heroes will follow the back line to provide protection. During hero selection in 5 versus 5, the system will alert players if certain lanes are not covered, or if there are lane conflicts. It is suggested that each player chooses a different lane. The key to victory is working together to create leveling and teamfight tactics based on the classes selected. That's it for classes. Good luck! There are 5 positions in Honor of Kings: mid, farm, clash, jungle, and roam. The mid lane is great for mages, such as Kun Ming and Princess Frost. It is also the shortest route between the opposing crystals and the main battlefield. Heroes in this lane will unleash powerful magic spells to deal burst and area damage, to clear the minions, and earn gold for the team. It's also where most team fights take place, and a key position for roaming support. Mid-lane heroes have the ability to quickly support other lanes while pushing forward. The farm lane is great for marksmen, such as Ho Yi, because they take longer to level up and get the right equipment. This is a side lane that gives more gold during early game, making it great for marksmen to quickly accumulate gear and become the core damage dealer during late game. The marksmen in this lane need to clear the minions efficiently while paying attention to stay alive and maximize their usefulness during late game. The clash lane is good for fighters or tanks like Yao Jin and Shang Yu. The minions in this lane give more EXP, and the fruits under the towers restore more health. Heroes can be teleported to the river on the farm lane through the primal portal on the outside of the clash lane and the river. Those who take this lane must have stronger survival and dueling abilities. The jungle is usually taken by assassins or fighters, like Prince of Landling or Doom. Their main duty is to convert the resources in the jungle into the team's advantage, and they must earn gold and EXP by killing monsters in the jungle to level up quickly. During late game, the jungler will work with the team to ambush and take down the enemy using their burst damage. Heroes like Chai Yid and Liu Shan, which are support and tank heroes that provide buffs or protection, are great for roaming. They usually purchase roaming equipment that do not affect gold earning for the rest of the team. During early game, they can work with the jungler or marksman to provide them with protection. In team fights, support tanks become reliable shields to absorb damage and protect the back line. Functional support will provide buffs and protections. See you next time. Today we will talk about equipment, Arcanas, and the prep system. In Honor of Kings, victory relies on personal skills as well as the right equipment, Arcanas, and preparation. About equipment. Equipment is an enormous factor in every match. Each player has 6 equipment slots, which can be filled by purchasing equipment using the gold earned during the match. Equipment increases stats significantly and paves the way to victory. There are 6 equipment types: attack, magic, defense, movement, jungling, and roaming. Different equipment types have different stats and effects, and players must customize their equipment based on the situation to maximize their effectiveness. When there is enough gold, the game will show recommended equipment for players to purchase. Players can also tap the gold pouch icon to view, purchase, and sell equipment. Arcanas. Arcanas increases a hero's initial stats, mixing and matching them wisely to enhance a hero's prowess and gain an advantage during early game. There are 3 Arcana types: attack red, health blue, and defense green. Each type is then divided into 8 categories based on their bonuses: attack, health, defense, utility, lifesteal, attack speed, critical hit, and pierce. Arcana slots open as the player levels up. The 5 Arcana levels provide different degrees of bonus. The bonus from Arcanas affect the game in small increments, giving the heroes an advantage. Different Arcana combinations will affect the early game strategy, adding another level of strategy to each match. Use the prep system to set equipment and Arcanas. In the lobby, tap Prep or Arcanas to customize or select presets recommended by the system. Arcanas cannot be changed during a match, but players can change equipment purchase order even during hero selection or after the match has started. Recap. In Honor of Kings, mixing and matching equipment and Arcana wisely are critical to victory. Equipment can only be purchased during a match and do not carry over, while Arcanas can only be changed while not in a match. Players may change their presets based on hero characteristics, match situations, and personal preference. A comprehensive understanding of these systems will take players to the next level and one step closer to victory.